Unbeknownst to millions of Nigerians, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, ICPC, is a Nigerian agency at the hub of Nigeria's fight against corruption. It was founded on September 29, 2000 by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Now, the current chairman of the commission, Professor Bolaji Owasanoye, has revealed that his commission recovered more than 117 billion naira between January and August 2022. He was defending the budget of the ICPC before the House of Reps Committee on Anti-Corruption and Appropriation. Why does the IPC appear to have little or no publicity about its accomplishments? Does it bother you?
It does.
Because more focus is on the EFCC.
EFCC, it is obtainable in many places. If you don't come out and talk about your achievements,
yeah,
nobody's going to talk about it for you. So since they are coming out, it's better for them, because at a time, it was like there was nothing like ICPC. It was like the only anti-graft agency we have
was the EFCC.
Was the EFCC. So it is better they come out and they talk about their successes, even their failures, so that we will know that, okay, these people are really
problems.
working. Yes, and their problems, so that we know that these people are really working. But if you keep everything to your chest, how do we know how do we grade or rate you? So I think it's fantastic what they are doing, and I hope that they are better funded, because, when you don't really understand the activities of an agency, then you begin to question or query why such an amount of money should be earmarked for that agency.
Particularly, I don't think you are thinking differently here.
Yes, but when you try to, historically, when you take a look, you realize that these two anti-graft bodies took a public image of the characters that, in terms of, when you look at when ICPC came first before EFCC, if you remember. But you see Justice Mustafa Akobi, as chairman of ICPC. Now you see
at the time,
everybody. So the style was different. So you see that the character of the pioneer leadership of both agencies or both commissions or whatever you want to call them. So that thing still sticks. EFCC, noise making all over, fine. But ICPC, you can see ICPC really talks. It does its work almost quietly, and when it achieves anything, they don't call the press. And even the press
is that a plus or a minus?
Well, it's about style. I don't know whether it is a plus or minus. It is about style.
Now,
but let me be honest.
In a country where the people are they are too hard to please.
Please, even telling me, okay, is the EFCC that talks all the move, is corruption not going on? You get my point? It's not about just making noise. See, if we want to help our country, there are solutions. We don't need to invent anything. We spoke about underage voting at that time. The best solution, we didn't talk about it, which is have a national database that is digitized. In America, you remember, you refer to that time, nobody can go to anywhere and say you are age 10 when you are age 14. The system will flag you down.
That's it.
You get my point? Because there is a national database. So instead of us always thinking about building infrastructure, let's go and build the basis for our existence. We need it. We should know who is a Nigerian, who is not a Nigerian, not just by carrying passport, because everybody comes around here. And so let's have a national database. If we do it, this INEC job will be easier. That's one. Then two, coming to corruption fighting. If our system is digitized, not those politicians carrying billions of dollars of money all over the place, many things will vanish in terms of crimes that we commit. Many malpractices will just overnight, because everybody can be traced. Everything can be traced. We are not doing that. So from INEC to this point, our ICPC, we can help corruption fighting in Nigeria by following the examples that you have around. As old as I am, if I enter a bank in America, my own bank, that I need $5,000 cash, I will face at least 5 different panels. They will be canceling me. I've tried it before. So when you go from one room, they will explain to you, this is America. In America, it's a crime to do this, and this. You want to get this, you can do this.
You thought you were in Nigeria.
So they will be telling you. So when you leave that team, then you go to another in the bank. Yeah. So when you leave that room, another already 2-3 people already seated. There will be another one. They will start talking to you, telling you lots about this.
These are institutions that are working
because they created them. Institutions don't just create themselves. We have institutions, but we don't allow them to work. You understand? But now, for our country to work, we can digitize the system in a way. It is not a big deal to do this. Believe me, how many Nigerians do we have? To make it a law that every child that is born, this must be registered, those who are alive, this. If somebody dies, if you enter the United States of America today without announcing to anybody that you are coming,
they know
the
you are
moment there. You are landing, bam, the system all over, as big as that country is, recognizes that you are so. Yeah. Then the state that you enter, and by the time you turn on your phone, the first thing that will come in, welcome to the United States of America. You didn't tell anybody you are coming in. This is Nigeria. We are not too poor to do this. We have the human resources. We have the natural resources. We have everything it takes. We just like to play in a way that something that we allow the rich to always have their way and the poor to always wallow in poverty.
Because when the rich Ibinabo runs into rough weather, a phone call will take everything away. For instance, there was the what do you call whistleblowing law. It is here, and why are we not applying it, helping the ICPC job?
I remember that there was a particular, I think, was it a press conference or something, that the ICPC boss mentioned it, that they should bring it back to life again. I think that will go a long way, but you see the
because
problem,
they talked about 5% of whatever.
Exactly, and there's a clause where if you blow the whistle and there is nothing, it's a false alarm, you are in trouble. Yeah. So, consistency will always work for us, but we are not consistent. Today, we are talking about, you remember when whistleblowing was
when it came
all over
newly.
the place, everywhere. It became like a slogan. Then suddenly it died down. Like my dad would say, Onuyao, everything would just, like it never happened. So if all hands are on deck.
Like it never happened, but Adekunle and Ibinabo, like it never happened, can be traced to the media. The media hardly follows a particular story through. I don't know if
Aside from that, people are scared. Some people will tell you, I should go and whistleblow on somebody. Then the next day, somebody will mention my name. You understand that kind of a thing? We don't even trust the system. That when you come up with an information,
you'll be protected.
So that we have a lot of issues to take care of here.
Yeah.
If I know that if I come up with an information, I will be protected, then if there's anything I want to give, I'll give it. But if I know that saying this thing might put my life at risk or my loved ones at risk, I want to keep my mouth shut.
Particularly, why I particularly dropped that line in was because I remember some months back about 2 federal civil servants went on between them to own some 360 plots in Abuja. Do you know that story has died down?
I think
but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. The Nigerian press, has a huge blame in this aspect. You see, the news media in America or UK, when they're on the story, you see, most of us don't know that the power that we wield is not only in exposing a scam or a story or the power of follow-ups. That's the biggest power, one of the biggest powers of the media. But we don't do follow-ups. The moment we report so billion, former accountant general did this, former secretary to the federal government of the federation, former this. The moment you do that, we don't bother again.
Yeah.
And that is one of the minuses of this profession in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Unlike in the UK.
Sorry, I don't want to keep Mukhtar in Kano waiting. Mukhtar, good evening. Welcome.
Hello, good evening, Stephen Jones.
Hello, Mukhtar. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Stephen Jones, it's a good job you are doing.
Thank you,
I said
sir.
you are doing a good job.
Yes, sir.
And I give kudos to ICPC. They have done a very, 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 very good job for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. But the problem with ICPC is that maybe
Lift up your voice a little.
ICPC is not doing his job well, and you, the media, are always paying attention to EFCC. In fact, EFCC has been established in the minds of the common man. Hello.
Yeah, Mukhtar, you're on.
EFCC, the media houses in Nigeria attach more importance to EFCC rather than the ICPC. But silently, ICPC is doing a good job. But you, the media, should help them make an advocacy on their activities, because more attention is being given to ICPC. One reason is that they are dealing with top-notch politicians. They arrest politicians that many common people are interested on. That's why they made a name in Nigeria. But I think ICPC is doing a very good job. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Mukhtar. Yeah.
Yeah, just as I was speaking, one of the biggest powers of the media is the power to do follow-ups. We don't do that in Nigeria. And it's really, really affecting everything. You get my point? So when you take a look at it very well, the media will need to go back. In America, UK only, when they are on top of a story, they are not afraid to even get tired of repeating the same story. They will make life miserable for that government, for that personality, for that office, until if changes is effected.
But
here in Nigeria,
that's the major job of the media.
But here in Nigeria, the moment it is said once, we are already on another thing.
That's it.
And that makes life comfortable for public office holders.
Yeah.